Since the dawn of time, there's only ever been one hero, one victor, and only ever one sporting champion. It's Pablo versus Rourke. In round one, Pablo challenged Rourke to an epic battle of basketball.
Oh, look, you can say whatever you want. You got on a bit of a lucky run there. You'd hit 4 for 58 throughout the first 20 minutes of the encounter, and then all of a sudden back-to-back threes.
It was a David versus Goliath performance. Pablo pulled out the victory. On to round two, our sporting heroes challenged themselves with the Pony Club, with Pablo proving himself to be a horse whisperer.
Can I just point out another interesting fact the listeners might appreciate? My horse had never actually taken part in those games before, whereas Pablo's was a 19-year veteran of the sport.
I cannot believe you're bringing this up. Mine is ready to go to the pound.
A 19-year veteran of the sport.
You had the
Mine was untamed. It was like a Brumby. I'd found it out in the Blue Mountains and carried it down there myself.
He took a commanding 2-0 lead against Rourke. Round three only further proved the gaping divide between the two sporting abilities as they battled it out in squash.
You're claiming that I've played squash before.
Oh, there's just no way you can be that accurate.
I know, it was that good, wasn't it? And I think the funny thing was they were so unimpressed with how you were out there on the court that Sarah out there couldn't even remember your name.
Yeah, no, that's right. I mean, she didn't really have to call it that often, to be honest, because you were just blasting winners and I was just chasing tail. My biggest fear is losing to you, and so far the last couple of weeks have been a real nightmare.
With pride on the line and the possibility that Rourke would pull out of the Spirit locker room.
Look, I'm just hanging out for a sport that I can actually have a bit of a crack at.
Pablo, 3-0 up, handed Rourke a round 4 victory in NPFL Aussie rules.
Thanks, Pablo. It's a great win. It's a great win.
Well, I wouldn't talk it up too much. You do play NPFL. You play for the Cats.
It was about time I won, to be honest. And now I've got one on the board, and I'm pretty much planning on taking just about every sport from now on.
Round 5 saw Olympian William Henzel throw down the gauntlet and challenge our heroes to an international Olympic rules edition of table tennis.
It was rigged from the get-go.
Absolutely,
please. Someone had already had a rub down. He was nice and loose. I came in, who knows how long he'd been there. I'd been ringing the Pilbara News all afternoon. They said he'd gone home sick.
Practice makes perfect, mate.
Obviously, you were there for hours.
Look, I was down there, I was rubbed, I was strapped, I'd stretched, I'd been hitting balls all day. Got me 1,000 balls in for the day, actually.
After promising the listeners a guaranteed victory the following week,
made a promise to the people of Karratha, I'm not going to lose from now on, and I don't plan on breaking that anytime soon. I see myself as just a winning machine.
A winning machine?
Yep.
Wow. Been put out there. I'm going to snip at that and make that a little quote. We can play it every time you lose.
Yeah, champion horse black caviar, 21 from 21. R. Walsh is soon to go, never to lose again.
Rourke once again let down the Pilbara, losing in round 6 at the Karratha Tennis Club.
Now, you were the under-13s champion. We did hear that. Not a lot of champion rallies there.
No, tennis has definitely got a lot harder than what I remember it being. Used to think of myself as a bit of a Roger Federer, but
last week you said you're never going to lose again. You've broken that promise to the listeners. The listeners are I'm fairly certain they're going to be disappointed, gutted. You were calling yourself the Black Caviar, as if I remember, of the Pilbara.
You're just going to keep going back to that, aren't you?